do remember exactly when I first arrived to Hope College, first to Holland. It was more like early in the morning. Carried my suitcase to the main building, administration building. Saw the director of admissions. His name is Albert Timmer, and I'm going back to establish a scholarship in his name. I took the train from New York. I believe it left New York City at maybe 6 o'clock or 6:30. And I was reading signs as the train was passing by. Burma shave. Kept reading about Burma shave. And barns. Saw a lot of barns with advertising on it. And it has a lounge, and the lounge had a desk with stationery, and you can sit down and write, and I did. And they were playing Sentimental Journey, and I loved it. I think I understood what it meant, Sentimental Journey. I don't think I knew the word sentimental, but that was my journey, so it appealed to me. And ever since, I still play it, and I still like it.
Gonna make a sentimental journey to renew old memories. I've got my bag, got my reservation, spent each dime I could afford. I'm like a child in wild anticipation. I long.
So this was a revelation for me, something to really write about home, that the owner of the company works like everybody else with his work clothes, and he gets dirty and all of that, and he talks to other people. You would never guess that he is the owner. No desk, no ties, no nothing. And every Friday, we stand in line to get paid or get our paycheck. And among the people standing in line is the secretary, who is the daughter of one of the owners. Another thing to write about. These may appear to be small things, but for me, they were huge things. That this is the country I want to stay in. There was no conflict in my mind about should I go back. No, I wasn't going to go back. This is the country I want to stay in. I am going to assimilate. I mean, the whole idea of this is my country, I'm going to assimilate, it's going to be my place, I'm going to live here from the beginning. None of this is familiar. So 50 years, 60 years is a long time. A lot of things have changed. The highways are bigger. There's more traffic.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Fuller Road. In a quarter mile, turn.
Oh. Okay, Jessica, I'm going to say Kaddish. Iskadash merhaba. In about half an hour, we'll be meeting Jack Hunt, who had a room in the same house in Holland in 1948 and 1949. So he was one of my first American friends, and we're going to be meeting him. Okay, we'll see you then. Bye-bye. I have some things for you. a picture of you,
Really?
and I have a picture of one of your relatives from Benton Harbor.
Oh,
Did
my
you have
God.
relatives in
Oh,
Benton
yeah,
Harbor?
yeah. I roomed with Latif, and I used to say to Latif, what is the greatest thing about America? And then you respond, your freedom.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
Well, I
and
still
then I
say
said,
that.
what's the worst thing? You said your freedom. Some people don't know how to handle it.
Look what I have.
Yes. Is that how I look?
That's you.
Yeah, I recognize it. That's how I look.
There's a full
So this
moon
is,
over
Here's a
all your
picture.
children can have some more.
Thank you
My
very much.
son printed
There's a
it.
picture
shining
when in 1956 when I was an intern at Fort Worth.
in Cherokee County.
Uh,
There's a
Find which one are you?
passing through.
You're in the middle.
I remember
Yeah, this one.
green eyes
Yeah. 19, I think it was about 1955 or 56. We met in
that I
that.
do.
Which windows are yours?
The other one is, I think the other one is the bathroom window. This is it, 338. Oh,
Sundown
what a
came
small
and I
place.
drove to town.
Didn't have a bell. This is the old door. This is going up there, 70 years.
Oh, wow.
70 years ago.
Well, come on in.
This was my room. My desk was here. I spent lots of hours studying. The closet was there. And there was another student in the other room. We were just two upstairs here. He became a doctor
Oh,
in Kalamazoo. Yesterday we visited him in
that's
Kalamazoo.
nice. That is so nice.
Well, the room is much smaller than I thought it was. I paid no attention to the fact that the ceiling was very low and that the bathroom was really very small. But to me, it was not a factor at all. I had a room, and that was a palace. And other things were important and paramount in my life. School was the first thing, absolutely. Nothing else was important. Not the food, not the weather, not the snow, not the room, not the landlady. It was school. It was the whole thing, the dominant factor that was my focus. Everything else was okay. Everything else was a dream. Yeah, it's good.
And the other hotel is around the corner. That's called City Flats. That's about 5 years old, and that's quite nice as well.
And you know, I really don't know how I managed all of that. No one in my family had gone to a university. Now in a snow country.
You were very adventuresome.
So I am grateful to the director of admissions and his secretary for having acted so quickly. Had they delayed it for a week, the whole thing would have fallen apart.
Wow.
So
You
this
painted
is-
this?
Thank you.
Wow.
And you had to get that
onto the airplane.
No, by train, I couldn't. Aramaic, right.
Because we have the Chaldeans in Detroit.
We have a big
Bacon.
We're
Okay, I've got the,
You might not finish, but you can begin.
Window.
the window. Okay, Jeff, go ahead. Can you get in there?
Oh, okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we get together.
Great.
Just like that. Might remember.
So there's, is that Harvard? That's Harvard right there.
Some things are the same.
No. And that stage wasn't as far out. It used to be, there used to be a pulpit.
The stage was
closer
not.
that
Yeah,
way.
I thought
Right.
that. Yes, I connected with John about 2 years ago.
I'm Gordon.
Hi, Rick.
recognize you, so good to see you. Glad to see you.
Everything is different, yeah. I hope college is different too, but it's still the same kind of spirit, the same lovely campus, and it's just a great place. I'm home again.
Well, when I read your story, I just said, I hope makes use of that story, because it's a tremendous story of the advantage of
The smaller college, yes, yes.
Right.
Years ago.
70 years ago, it all started here, and it was a very fortunate start for me. Coming from Iraq, small city, and to the big United States, and I was extremely fortunate to have started in a small, friendly town. I'm delighted to be here. I have home. I can't go back to Iraq. Never did go back.
You never went back?
I'm back here. No, I never did. So.
You never went back, even when it was possible to go back.
No, I never was back. I lost my Iraqi citizenship. It was taken away from me, so I couldn't. I was afraid to go back.
Yeah. Well, now it's not changed very much in terms of being afraid to go back, is it?
But I'm happy to be in America. I'm
Well,
lucky to be in America.
We are blessed as Americans to have you as one of our citizens.
Thank you.
But this is great.
Could I get a portrait of the two of you together, please?
Well, I feel very energized. I feel that I have come a long way. I mean, here I came 70 years ago, nobody. And the fact I end up 70 years later in a position to give scholarship and make a contribution and be welcomed by the college community and the president, and to have something in common with him. It's not just any other person, someone who can tell stories about an important work for the college and the Reformed Church and their work in Basra and what I remembered and all of that. I mean, it is really mind-boggling that my two sisters had gone to a school where the missionaries established in Basra, and people here know about it. That's unusual.